What does it mean to search for enlightenment, to journey beyond wealth, pleasure, and knowledge in order to discover inner peace? That is the timeless question at the heart of Hermann Hesse's Siddhartha. First published in 1922, this short novel became a modern spiritual classic, inspiring readers around the world with its story of self-discovery, balance, and wisdom. Set in ancient India during the time of the Buddha, Siddhartha follows the journey of a young man named Siddhartha, not the Buddha himself, but a seeker who pursues truth through many different paths. From asceticism to sensual pleasure, from wealth to despair, from study to silence, Siddhartha's story reflects the universal quest for meaning and the realization that enlightenment cannot be taught, it must be experienced. The first lesson is the importance of seeking your own path. Siddhartha is born into privilege and admired for his intelligence, yet he feels restless. Surrounded by teachers and traditions, he decides to leave his home and seek truth on his own. This act of departure is symbolic. Spiritual growth begins when we stop blindly following others and begin listening to our inner calling. The second lesson is the limits of asceticism. Siddhartha joins a group of ascetics called the summaries, who renounce possessions, comfort, and even basic needs to conquer desire. For years he practices self-denial, fasting, and meditation. Yet he realizes that while discipline can purify the body, it does not bring the deep peace he seeks. Extreme denial, like extreme indulgence, cannot lead to true enlightenment. The third lesson is the experience of sensuality and wealth. After leaving the ascetics, Siddhartha meets Kamala, a courtesan, and learns about love, desire, and pleasure. With her guidance, he becomes wealthy, successful, and indulgent in worldly pleasures. But over time, he feels empty. The pursuit of wealth and pleasure brings comfort but not fulfillment. Siddhartha learns that neither poverty nor riches, neither denial nor indulgence is the path to truth. The fourth lesson is despair and awakening. Dissatisfied with his life of luxury, Siddhartha falls into despair and contemplates ending his life. At his lowest moment, he hears the sacred sound of Om, reminding him of the unity of existence. This experience marks a turning point. Enlightenment is not found in extremes, but in awakening to the present moment and the interconnectedness of all things. The fifth lesson is learning from the river. Siddhartha meets a humble ferryman named Vasudeva, who becomes his teacher. Living by the river, Siddhartha learns to listen deeply to the water, to silence, and to life itself. The river becomes a symbol of wisdom. It flows endlessly, yet always remains the same. It reflects unity, change, and eternity. By listening to the river, Siddhartha learns that truth cannot be captured in words, but must be experienced directly. The sixth lesson is the importance of patience and listening. Vasudeva teaches Siddhartha not through doctrines, but through presence. Siddhartha learns that wisdom comes not from constant striving, but from openness, humility, and deep listening. This is a profound contrast to his earlier search, where he sought teachers and philosophies. Now, he learns that life itself is the greatest teacher. The seventh lesson is love and suffering. Siddhartha has a son with Kamala, but when she dies, he struggles to raise the boy. His son is rebellious and eventually leaves him, breaking Siddhartha's heart. Through this pain, he learns the depth of love, that true love does not cling or control, but allows freedom, even when it hurts. Suffering, he realizes, is part of love and part of life's unity. The eighth lesson is the rejection of rigid doctrine. Siddhartha meets the Buddha himself, Gautama, and admires his wisdom. Yet Siddhartha chooses not to follow him, believing that enlightenment cannot be taught, only lived. Doctrines and teachings may point the way, but each person must walk their own path. This is one of the most radical insights of the book. No teacher, however great, can give you enlightenment. The 9th lesson is unity and acceptance. In the final stages of his life, Siddhartha realizes that all experiences pleasure and pain, success and failure, love and loss are part of the same whole. He sees that enlightenment is not escaping life, but embracing it fully, with all its contradictions. By accepting everything, he finds peace. The 10th lesson is silence and presence. Siddhartha learns that ultimate wisdom is not in words, but in being. The sound of the river, the simplicity of daily life, and the practice of presence bring him to enlightenment. He no longer seeks truth outside himself, he lives it. His final peace comes not from doctrine or achievement, but from harmony with existence. So how do we apply Siddhartha today? First, recognize the importance of your own journey. Don't blindly copy others, listen to your inner voice. Second, avoid extremes. Neither denial nor indulgence brings fulfillment. Seek balance. Third, learn from experience. Enlightenment is not in books or theories alone, but in living, failing, and growing. Fourth, listen deeply. Whether to nature, to others, or to yourself, wisdom comes through presence. Fifth, accept suffering as part of love. Don't fear loss, see it as a teacher. Sixth, resist rigid dogma. Use teachings as guides, but remember that no one can walk your path for you. Seventh, embrace unity. See the connection between all things, from joy to sorrow, from life to death. Eighth, cultivate presence. Peace is found not in chasing the future, but in living fully in the now. Modern relevance is profound. In today's world, many seek quick fixes for happiness, wealth, pleasure, status, or self-help formulas. Siddhartha reminds us that true peace is not external but internal, not in extremes but in balance, not in words but in experience. His story resonates with those who feel restless in comfort, who sense that life has more depth than routine. Like Santiago in The Alchemist, Siddhartha shows us that the treasure is not outside but within. Perhaps the most powerful aspect of Siddhartha is its simplicity. Hermann Hesse's prose is poetic yet accessible, weaving philosophy into a story that anyone can understand. The message is not to escape life, but to embrace it with awareness, compassion, and acceptance. The big takeaway from Siddhartha is this: enlightenment cannot be given, only lived. Each of us must walk our own path, embracing balance, unity, and presence along the way. True wisdom is not found in doctrines, but in life itself. That was Siddhartha by Hermann Hesse, broken down into its most powerful lessons in under 10 minutes. Which lesson resonates most with you? The call to follow your own path, the wisdom of the river, or the acceptance of love and loss? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this summary, make sure to like this video, subscribe to 10-Minute Books, and ring the bell so you never miss our weekly breakdowns of life-changing books. Thanks for watching, and remember, enlightenment is not a destination, but a way of living.